Hey guys, so I'm back in Saigon, but today I thought I would kind of sit down and kind of give you guys my take on how I see social media and how I kind of view it. So if you've seen my Threads content, you know that I have this recurring symbol of my house because number one, I love that song by Beyonce, amazing. And I also love the House Tour song by Sabrina Carpenter. But it's more so, I kind of see everything as a house, whether it be a family, a company, an organization, or an institution. And each house has its own codes. It's kind of like if somebody walked into the living room of your home and then told you what to do. It doesn't really work, now does it? And so each social media, like Instagram, Threads, YouTube, all of this, they have their own codes. They have their own house. So like with Instagram, for example, right? I see that as the house of flex. You're just supposed to flex what you got, okay? And of course, this is true for like luxury and trips and like all of this kind of stuff, but also flex your books, flex your gym, flex your socks, I don't know. But basically, you just kind of have to pick what you want to do and then flex that. But in order to flex that, you got to do it well. You see what I mean? So whatever flavor that you pick for yourself, you're just supposed to flex that. Even if it's being super happy, super sad, super motivational, you get to pick your flavor. Yeah, it is the house of flex. With Threads though, it's kind of different. Even though Threads and Instagram are linked, they are different platforms and they operate by different codes. I'm close to reaching 4 million reach this month and I only have like 8,000 followers. The codes are entirely different. When you follow somebody on Threads, yes, it is in the following tab, but your explore page, or the page that you're most on, is not as much as who you follow. Honestly, it feels a lot like the early days of the internet where there were less personalized algorithm funnels and more so it just kind of showed you what you wanted to see. So you'll see this with Threads. Like if you're into astrology, it'll just show you astrology. If you're into the celebrity, it'll just show you that celebrity. You know, like it's trying to feed you exactly what you want. When I realized it was a keyword-based app, I figured out that I wasn't yelling into the void. I was actually yelling into different voids. There's a lot more direct content matching on Threads. And like, honestly, the traditional influencer types are not even welcome on Threads. Like, they're not welcome there. And I'm not saying that influencers don't do well. I'm saying that the ones that do well are the ones that are sharing their thoughts. They're not actually treating that platform the same as they are with their Instagram. Threads is about sharing thoughts. It's about commentary. It's about conversation. It's not a flex platform. The way that I see it, and people have said this on Threads before, it's the smoking area of the club. It's more candid and less performative, more conversational. It's kind of like the difference between Twitter and Threads is if you post an embarrassing story on Twitter, they will clown you. Even if it's not embarrassing, they might still clown you. With Threads, it's more so like we listen and we kind of judge, which is like the smoking area of the club. I post a ton of varying topics. And so my followers vary. The people that engage with me vary. And my whole thesis on Threads is that we are all more similar than we think. Like, it's actually very easy to kumbaya with each other. Just, don't be an asshole. That's an agreed upon thing as well. I see a lot of different demographics interacting with content that is not necessarily aimed at their demographic. And it kind of shows that we do have a lot more similarities than differences. The way that I see it is like each platform is like a different arena, a different house. And so you should kind of adjust how you post on each because the use of each is different. But once you understand what the intended purpose of that platform is, you can kind of decide yourself how you want to engage with it. How do you want to flex? How do you want to share your thoughts? Like that's a personal decision, I think. I think on YouTube there are so many amazing creators with like video essays and commentary or just content of them doing crazy things, normal things, everything. I think that the YouTube platform is a place to share your perspective. And so that's kind of also why I'm making this video. Like my YouTube channel is a little bit of following me around and also sit downs. I'm not serious enough to like sit down and talk all the time, but I'm also don't want to just wander around all the time. So it's kind of both. That's kind of my perspective on it and my perspective on life. Also, like the algorithm just rewards consistency. Like people always get mad, like I don't post and all my engagement drops. Well, yeah, just you decide the consistency. You don't have to post every day, but make sure you stay consistent with it. But I'm just gonna say that all of the big influencers that kind of pop off, they all talk about posting 4 or 5 times a day, and then they hit the algo. And honestly, I tried it. I was posting 3 times a day and it totally worked, but I'm also not gonna post 3 times a day forever, so I slowly lessened it to 1 time a day on Instagram. But I will say this, like, if you are making your content for the people in your life, that's not your target audience anyway, you know? Throw the net further. The internet's a big place. You will find your like. I'm making this video to share my take and my perspective because I have been posting quite a bit consistently for multiple years now. And I think that it's less so like, ooh, we're at the whims of the algorithm. And it's more so just kind of see it as a system and use it, you know? Different inputs will result in different outputs. Test it, try it out, but kind of determine which angle, which direction you're going for yourself first, you know, and then everything else will just kind of click into place. Yeah, anyway, I hope you guys like this video and that it made sense in some way to you guys. But yeah, I'll see you next time.